about it being tough working nights. It's a great job. All I have to do is sleep.
Well, I don't think you should get paid if Zoe's too drunk to work.
Oh, hiya.
You're right.
Have you seen Zoe?
No, she's not in yet.
Nope. I'm not surprised the state she was in last night. Right, better get ready for morning surgery. First customer's due in a minute.
It's not fair. You hardly got any sleep. She should be doing surgery.
I'm not even sure I can trust her the way she's been behaving.
If you've got a problem, Paddy, you should talk to me. Gossiping in front of the staff about it is unprofessional.
Paddy's always professional.
I don't believe you have any veterinary qualifications, Emily. So what would you know about it? I'm sure we'd both get a lot more done if you leave my surgery and let us get on with it. And I won't be needing your services this morning, so you can clear off as well.
Yeah, right.
I'll see you later.
We need to talk.
So that's the 27th then. Right, we'll look forward to seeing you. Bye. You're working very hard lately. Haven't got yourself into debt with that catalogue, have you?
No, Mr. Turner, it's just they're doing a special photo of all the kids at playgroup and I don't want to be the only mum who can't afford it.
I see. I've still got the photos of Alice's playgroup. I'll show you sometime.
Is Rodney about?
He's gone for his checkup.
Oh, what time will he be back?
Well, certainly long after you're supposed to be at work.
Oh, well, I've got a bit of a call. I'm on a work today.
If you're fit enough to fish, you're fit enough to work.
Right then, I'll see you later.
Should take a leaf out of that young lady's book. She's done more work today than you've done in a week.
And you've spouted enough hot air to fill a barrage balloon. Telling Rodney he's too sick to work. Me, I'm too fit to fish. That's what's wrong with this village. No one minds their own business.
Ray Mullen didn't waste much time getting another driver. He's obviously making a lot of money out of these runs.
Yeah, and we're well out of it. Home farm. No, I'm sorry she didn't live here anymore, but I can give you another number. Oh. OK, cheers, I'll tell her. You ever heard of anyone called Emma Nightingale?
Huh? Not for years. Used to be the love of Zoe's life, long before you turned up.
Yeah, well, apparently Zoe's been trying to get in contact with her.
Maybe she wants to start over.
Well, if she does, she's going to be very disappointed because she's just told me to tell her never to call again.
Nothing's going right for Zoe lately.
Oh, that's her problem. I've got a business to run. I need to go and tell the troops that it's a big mistake to go moonlighting on my time.
Managed to run this surgery for years without you. I've been a bit under the weather lately. I would have thought you could have managed the odd extra shift without bleating to everyone about it.
It's more than the odd shift, Zoe, and this business has expanded since those days. There's no way anyone could run this place on their own now.
Paddy, Peg's a bit peaky this morning. Thought you could pop over and take a look. Not an official visit, like, just, well, family favour.
Bit busy now, Zach.
And we don't do freebies.
No, I'd get him a pint.
Some other time, Zach.
I don't know what's got into everyone this morning.
At least my family aren't always on the scrounge.
Look, don't you... Zoe, I don't want to get into a petty row about this. I just want to be able to talk things through sensibly before they get any worse.
Perhaps you could discuss this when surgery's over. I've got Mrs. Thompson for you with Jasper. Go on through.
Thank you. Hello.
I'll get it.
So, I hear Max stayed at the Woolly last night then, huh? Does that mean him and Diana are an item?
Hope so. Maybe he'll persuade us to put a big screen up in the bar. Then we won't have to go to town to watch the football.
Listen, have you had a chance to talk to Charity yet?
Oh, I haven't had time. Got to go to work now, late as it is.
Actually, all the money you've been flashing lately, you should be able to afford to get a satellite in here.
Well, yeah, I can afford it, but I'm always at work, and I can't be bothered.
I'd really like it. You get loads of good movies.
Looks like you've been outvoted, mate.
Yeah, well, you don't get a vote. You're just a lodger.
But you'll do it for me.
That's settled, then.
Good of you to let me stay.
My pleasure. Nothing I like better than a lie-in and someone to cook me breakfast.
Could make it more regular if you like. I reckon I've overstayed my welcome with me mates.
looking to move on?
Diane, there's a delivery. Guess you're busy. I'll deal with it.
Oh, thanks, Louise. I'm not even showered yet.
Oh, this must be every bloke's dream, you know. Waking up with a lovely woman, pub waiting downstairs.
Don't get too used to it.
How do you mean?
I like to move at the pace I choose.
What are you saying, you don't want me here again?
Well, the odd night's fine, but I don't want you to think you're a permanent fixture. Talk to Alan Turner. He's probably got a room at the B&B.
Look, I don't mean to keep hassling you, but you've seen how she keeps picking on me. I can't afford to keep paying out like this.
Tell her that, not me.
Oh, Chloe, you're a mate. She'll listen to you. All she does is yell at me.
She's entitled to after what you and Kane did.
Oh, come on. That money doesn't even matter to her.
Charity knows what it's like to be skint.
Yeah, well, maybe she needs reminding. I know she did plenty of things she weren't too proud of before she married a millionaire.
I'll talk to her tonight.
Thanks, Chloe.
Oh, I see the epidemic's over then. You both seem to have made a miraculous recovery.
You've got another bloke down for my shift on the roster, but I'm okay now. I can do it.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later. And you? You were late for work this morning.
Lisa thought I still looked sick, but, well, I didn't want to let you down, so I struggled in anyway.
Do I look that green? You owe me 9 hours labour. So I want a doctor's certificate, and I want you to make up the hours, or I'll dock your wages.
Charity? It's me, Uncle Zack. The one who took your blackberry when you were a nipper.
I don't have time for trips down memory lane.
Oh, don't get sucked into all that hard-nosed business stuff. That is a shortcut to an ulcer.
And I don't need no homespun philosophy either, because all I want from you is a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. Now get out there and get them bins cleared.
All right, keep your hair on.
And where do you think you're going?
Well, our shift.
I haven't finished with you yet. Tell Terry I want him in the office now, because you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Do you have any free rooms or not?
That depends.
On what?
I gather Sidney Wolfe is a colleague of yours.
Yeah, we work together, yeah, why?
Well, I had to ask him to leave. He was not what I consider to be a suitable guest for this establishment.
Well, he can get a bit wild, can Sidney?
I don't wish to be a killjoy, Mr.
McKinley.
Mr. McKinley. But I do expect a certain standard of behaviour from my guests.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Turner. I won't be having any all-night parties here.
Indeed you won't. As I see you're booking at the single-room rate, may I remind you that lady guests are not allowed to stay overnight under any circumstances.
Anything else?
No, that's all for the moment. Would you sign in, please? I do hope you enjoy your stay with us.
Look, I'm sorry you had to cover for me last night. These things happen sometimes. Anyway, I thought we were a team. I've covered for you in the past.
Never because I was drunk.
I wasn't drunk.
Well, what about these pills you've been taking? You're supposed to be drinking with them.
Don't lecture me. I might have made a little mistake, that's all. You've made plenty. Had to put up with you banging on about Mandy.
Yeah, and I was grateful for your help. I just wish you'd see that I am trying to help you now.
And how are we going to manage that? Do you want me to join AA? Sign a pledge?
Well, there's no point in talking to you in this mood then, is there? Perhaps we can discuss it when you calm down a little bit.
All right. I'll have a pint for me and Mac and whatever you're having yourselves.
Oh, very generous, Sidney. Obviously paying you too much.
I had a bit of a result. Persuaded Scott to buy a widescreen telly with all the trimmings.
Must have been pricey.
Yeah, I told him where he could get one off the back of a lorry, but he insisted on going to a shop. So next time the football's on, you know where to come. That's if you can tear yourself away from the charms of this place.
Of course he can. But I wouldn't mention back of the lorry goods to your new landlord. He really doesn't approve of that sort of thing.
New landlord? I thought you had your feet under the table here.
Well, you thought wrong.
No, I'm moving into the B&B.
What, with Fuddy-Duddy Turner? Won't we last longer than I did?
Oh, Alan's all right.
Well, you have to say that. Heard you two were an item once.
You never told me that.
Well, it didn't last very long. Anyway, I don't have to tell you my life history.
That's strange. It was me thinking that you guys were busy grafting away up at my farmhouse. But no, here you are, drinking pints.
Just having a break, Ray.
Yeah, well, you'll find your wages going the same way unless you get up there now. pint of bitter, Diane, please.
If you were ill yesterday, what were you doing up at the old Sugden farm?
We both saw you, mate. There's no point in denying it. So do you fancy telling us what were in your load?
I don't know. I was just told to deliver. There were blokes there to do the unloading.
I don't guess that. You know Ray's reputation. You must have known it was something dodgy.
A guy called Tony told me they wanted a load shifted urgent, that's all.
Oh, so you thought you'd do a bit of moonlighting on my time, did you? Well, bad idea, Phil.
I know that, but I was just really desperate for the money. I promise I'll make up for it.
Yeah, well, you can start by telling us about everything you know that's going on up at that farm.
Oh, forget it, Terry. Don't know now. Clear your locker and get out.
You can't sack me.
Yes, I can. Check your contract.
Well, you gave Zach another chance.
Well, that was different.
Oh, because he's family. Well, I've got a family too.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? Now you can either walk, or I'll get Terry to throw you off the premises. Either way, you've finished here.
You were a bit hard on him.
Yeah, he broke the rules, Terry.
So did Ray. But you seem to be letting him get away with it.
Look, you know what Chris said. As long as we keep Tate Olage out of it, it's none of our business.
Oh, all up the ladder. Nothing matters as long as the Tates are kept clean.
Have you got a problem with that?
I've just heard about Phil.
Oh, good. Well, you can take it as a warning then, can't you?
I certainly do. It shows me that all this power has gone to your head. You've forgotten where you come from.
Oh, spare me the family lecture about all those dingles stick together, because you're the only one left to believe it. Never stopped me from getting swindled, has it?
If one of the families crossed it, you should have told me.
I don't need to anymore, because I'm a Tate now, and we've got our own ways of dealing with people that get out of line.
I can see that.
So why don't you get out now before I change my mind and sack you and all?
That's £5.60, please.
That's okay, my treat. Zoe's just paid me.
I don't know I'm going to face your mum.
She's not going to blame you. She knows you were only trying to help.
Yeah, but all I've done is make things worse.
Chloe, Charity's your mate. Maybe you can get her to change her mind.
Craig, we can't ask Chloe to do that.
Thanks, but I've already promised to see her for someone else.
Look at him. He can't keep his hands off her.
Maybe eventually you get...
All this jealousy is not going to get you anywhere, Terry.
Dan's right. You've got to face it. She prefers him to you. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's not because I'm jealous. I'm worried about what she's getting herself into.
Seems to be enjoying it from where I'm standing.
Well, she wouldn't if she knew what he were really like. Underneath all that smooth chat, he's nothing but a cheap crook.
You want to be careful throwing those allegations about. You'll get yourself in trouble.
Ollie, what do you want? I've got my sarnies. I thought I could share yours. No. These are my favourite marmalade and egg. Lisa made them for me special. Oh, come on, don't be tight. I'll treat you next week. What, with shirt buttons? No, actually. I'll be in the money. Pollard said he'll give me a bonus if I keep my productivity up. Well, that's not right. I work harder than anyone. He never offers me extra. Yeah, well, that's because quality counts as much as quantity, and you just ain't as neat as me.
Hey, what's this, lad? Entertaining young ladies in your lunch hour?
Oh, Sam offered to share his sarnies with me, didn't you? No, never. You just nick one.
Well, I reckon we can spare a bit of bread, lad.
Well, that ain't all. Mr. Pollard's offered her a bonus, even though I work harder. It ain't fair.
Then you have learnt a very important lesson in life, lad. Your boss classes, they don't care about what's fair. All they're interested in is what suits them. They'll suck you dry, then spit you out when they don't need you no more.
Mr. Pollard ain't that bad, Dad.
They're all the same. It goes with the territory. Even our charity's turned her back on us now.
Charity's sacked Phil today.
What's it got to do with me?
We saw him delivering a lorry to your farm. My guess is it were more immigrants.
You've got a vivid imagination, Terry. It was building materials. Of course, I didn't realise Phil was moonlighting.
No, no, you wouldn't. You're a fine, upstanding citizen, aren't you?
Well, my reputation's important to me. And I take action against those who try to blacken it.
I don't care what you do. Just keep Louise out of it.
Her knight in shining armour.
I just don't want to see her get hurt.
Well, you know, that's something we've got in common, Terry. So you've got nothing to worry about.
It's not my turn, you do.
No.
I'm always...
Don't. Sorry to interrupt your shopping, but me and Paddy have been wanting to talk to you all day about Zoe.
And we know you're as concerned as we are.
I certainly was worried, yes.
She ought to be grateful she's got so many people looking out for her.
I just wondered if you'd managed to talk to her yet.
We had a long chat yesterday. She seemed a bit distracted, but generally speaking, she was much more like her old self.
Really?
Haven't you noticed any improvement?
No. No, none at all. If anything, she's getting worse.
She was very stressed for a while. I guess we've all just got to be patient with her.
Paddy has been patient. It doesn't seem to be getting us anywhere.
I know it can be difficult, but if you just give her some time and space to settle back into work again, I'm sure everything will work out for the best.
Look at that. I told you. Top of the range. There is nothing too good for you.
Oh, I'm impressed.
And I've got the whole evening planned, because I thought we could go into town and get a takeaway and book a movie on demand.
And settle down with a few beers.
Well, I was rather hoping you'd go out. Leave me and Chloe to have an evening on our own for a change.
Guess I could be persuaded. Don't want to play Gooseberry if you two are feeling romantic.
Not much point. Sorry, Scott, but I've got to go out. I've fixed to meet Charity.
Oh, can you not put her off?
Well, not really, because I promised Letitia I'd talk to her.
Oh, I don't...
I really like the telly, though, and there'll be plenty of other nights.
Guess that means I don't have to disappear then.
Oh, well, you can suit yourself.
Oh, come on, Scott, cheer up. We'll still have a great night. You get the curries, I get the beer.
How's it going with you and Ray?
Great. Having a really good time.
And if it doesn't work out, you've always got Terry waiting in reserve.
Terry.
He's still very keen on you, you know.
I know, but I can never think of him like that. I've told him as much.
Don't think it's sunk in yet.
Yeah, well, I like him, but as a mate, you know, like a big brother, someone who's always there for me.
No, when she's with him, he pretends to be all matey, but when she's not, well, he's warning me keep out of it.
Yeah, but we're all different bloke to what we are with a girl we fancy, aren't we? I mean, I don't talk to Viv like I do to you, do I?
Well, there's more to it than that. I just know he's no good for her.
Are you sure that's not just what you want to believe?
He's a crook. I've seen the evidence.
What evidence?
Well, I can't tell you. I mean, it's more than my job's worth. She's on a break now.
Yeah, I better go back and knock down at the bar.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go through there and try and talk some sense into her.
Look, I reckon that'd be a really bad idea. Especially if you're going to come up with all this evidence stuff with nothing to back it up.
I've got to sort it out before she gets herself in too deep.
Come in. Oh, sorry, you're busy.
No, listen, I could do with a break. I've been wading through these EU driving regulations. You know, it's not all that fun being the boss.
Starting to regret it.
No, but a bit of girly gossip might give me the strength to finish it.
That's not quite why I'm here, actually. Letitia asked me to talk to you.
Oh, been telling tales, has she?
Look, I know what she did was wrong, and I don't blame you for being angry, but... Well, she has got a baby to feed, and she hasn't got much money.
Oh, and I'm the wicked rich girl trying to get blood out of a stone, am I?
Oh, I didn't mean that. I'm just asking you to remember what it was like when you used to be broke.
All right, OK, I'll talk to her.
Thanks.
What's the number?
Oh,
Letitia, Charity. Listen, don't you ever pester my mates again, right? Because this is between me and you, so stop whinging and start paying. There we go.
Guess I spoke out of turn.
No, you're just being a bit too soft-hearted, that's all.
Right, well, I better let you get on with your work.
Don't be daft. Hey, I've got some champagne in the fridge, and you're not leaving till we've finished it.
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting your break.
No, that's fine. I'm glad you did. I've just been telling Diane what a good friend you've been.
Yeah, well, I hope you still feel that way after you hear what I've got to say.
Look, if this is about Ray...
No, if you just let me explain.
Terry, you're a good friend. I meant that. But that doesn't mean you can interfere in my life. So just back off and we'll pretend this conversation never happened.
But you don't know what he's really like.
Terry, please don't patronise me. I'm not some dizzy blonde who falls for a bit of blarney without thinking what's behind it. Me and Ray have been together a while now, and I know him a lot better than you do.
But you only know the public face, the one he lets you see.
I told you to drop it.
Yeah, everybody tells me that. Bob thinks I'm only after him because I'm jealous. Chris don't want Tate Olledge dragged into it, and you just won't face the truth.
What are you talking about?
How do you think your charming boyfriend earns his money?
Land, property. He has a lot of interests.
Try shipping illegal immigrants into the country.
I already know about that.
What?
He was shipping building materials. It's perfectly legal. Someone used it as a cover.
He told you that?
That's the truth. And he dealt with it as soon as he found out.
He's lying. I mean, he only told you that because he knew that me and Charity were onto him.
And Charity will confirm this story, will she?
Well, she can't. Chris won't let us talk about it.
Doesn't seem to have stopped you.
That's because I don't want you caught up in all of this.
This is like an obsession with you. I've tried to let you down gently. I wanted us to remain friends, but you won't listen.
No, you're the one who won't listen.
That's enough! I don't want you to interfere anymore.
No, but Louise!
Terry, just get out of here now and get out of my life. I don't want to ever hear about this again.